Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested. But also, no pressure. We got to get these lights on. Hello. Boom. There they are. What do you say we do a random ranking? Let's go to my movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. It could be about, the director. It could be about the actors. It could be about the story. It could be about the special effects. It could be about a mixture of all of those things. It could be about more or less. Really, whatever you want. I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. And then I'll dive into that comment section and we'll talk about cinema. I'm a little behind on comments right now. Many apologies for that, but I'll catch up. It may take me a while, but I'll get there. Anyways, let's get to picking 3 movies, shall we? Okay, what do we want? Maybe something from this section over here. Let's do this film. You know what? Let's stay down low. Shall we? Oh my goodness, my aching back. Let's make sure I've seen these films, because if I haven't seen them, how am I going to rank them? Seen it? Haven't seen it. I got to see this still. This is a Tim Burton film. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. It sounds cool. It basically sounds like an X-Men story, but I haven't seen it. Oh, I've seen this. So the next one is going to come from right here. Oh, dang. You know what? Actually, I just did this one not long ago. It's American Splendor. Let's replace it, just to be fair, because I ranked that one not very long ago. So let's do this instead. Ooh, what is that? That feels like a thick film. All right. Haven't ranked that one in a while. All right, here we go. First off, we got Finding Neverland. I'm talking about that story of how Peter Pan got written. Yeah, we got ourselves a little bit of Barry up in here. J.M. Barry, played by the wonderful actor Johnny Depp. Very impressive work here. He was nominated for an Oscar, and I understand why. He's very eccentric in a lot of his performances, to where they seem otherworldly, but here it seems worldly, but also not like Johnny Depp. So I do understand why they would nominate him for this, because this is, I feel like, an example of him reining himself in. And I like that, because his other characters are very big and bold and showy, and here it's a period piece reined in. I'm trying to remember who directed this. Oh look, we got some Weinstein action here. I can't see. My eyes aren't good enough, unfortunately. We got ourselves some Kate Winslet right here. This kid grew up to do a lot of cool things. I think he was on, I think he played Norman Bates on the show, like Bates Motel, right? But yeah, this is very good. I like this. It's subtle. It's nice. Johnny Depp looked very classy at the Academy Awards when he was nominated. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Do you see what that says? It says full screen. Time for an upgrade. So that most likely means I bought this at a thrift store, because I don't imagine I would have done that myself. So yikes, I gotta upgrade that to the wide. Next we have a movie called Thumbsucker. Thumbsucker right here, and it has a little bit of our man Keanu Reeves in it, and that's why I've seen this movie. I saw this movie because I was in the middle, my wife and I were in the middle of a Keanu Reeves marathon. We watched every single movie that man has been in, every feature-length movie, even if it was made for TV, except one, because one of his films is unavailable. It was shown at a festival And then it was purchased by a private buyer who never distributed it. So nobody can see it unless you were there at that festival. And I was not there, so I have not seen it. So there's only one Keanu Reeves feature-length film that I have not seen, and it's called Providence. But I have seen Thumbsucker, and it's very independent feeling, heavy on that note. We got a little bit of let's look at these names here. I'm seeing Keanu Reeves. I'm seeing Vincent D'Onofrio. How do you say it? Let me think here. D'Onofrio. Vincent D'Onofrio. Vincent D'Onofrio. Then we got ourselves a little bit of Tilda Swinton. And then, of course, our main man, Vince Vaughn here. I feel like Lou Bega over here, just dropping these names. A little bit of Keanu in my life. A little bit of Vince by my side. A little bit of Vincent's All I Need. A little bit of Tilda. What's the next line? A little bit of Tilda's All I See. But anyway, I remember this being good. It had that very indie feel to it. I liked it. It was enjoyable. I think he was a therapist in this. Was he a therapist in this movie? I think he was. Is that right? He didn't look like a therapist. Maybe that's wrong. I think he was a therapist actually in another movie that I can't think of the title of. But yeah, I remember it having that indie feel. It was strong in the indie feels. What do we got next, you're wondering? Well, that third film is Gone Girl. I'm talking about a little bit of David Fincher here. I'm talking about some Trent Reznor doing amazing stuff through the score. I think his score work in here is top tier. I think he described it as a spa, sort of like spa-like, and I get it and I dig it. Look at this. Look at those eyes right there. It sort of makes me feel. I mean, it reminds me of Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men. That poster where he's overlooking, he's overseeing, he's overlooking, and I kind of see that here. Whose eyes are those? Are they Rosamund Pike's? I think we're looking at Rosamund Pike's eyes right there. See him? See him? And then what is she doing? She's overlooking the Affleck right here. The Ben Affleck right there. So yeah, great film here. I love the twists and turns. It's very uncomfortable. It's like, how on earth? We got a little bit of let's see. Are they the only actors? I mean, and Tyler Perry's in it. He's great in it. Neil Patrick Harris. Yeah, this is Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. I love Atticus Ross as well. Gosh, I'm trying to think of an actress's name right now, and I can't think of it, who's also in this, and she's great. Her career has taken off. She is wonderful in it. Actually, gosh, there's so many great people in it, because also that person, that dude from, he's like a kid in Almost Famous, he's in this. Old girl from Fear the Walking Dead, the original season, she's in it. I can't think of her name right now. My wife loves her. She's good. She plays like a detective. But the other person I'm trying to think of plays Ben Affleck's sister in the movie, and her name is, she's kind of like a Vera Farmiga type, and if I just go over here I could find it for you. Let's get over to these Ghostbusters films, because she's in Ghostbusters Afterlife, and her name is Carrie Coon. Carrie Coon, love Carrie Coon. Also, Carrie Coon's husband is a physical media man. Learned this on, I think, The Tonight Show. He has many thousands of bits of physical media, and I think that's cool. And I love that she brought that up because I think it's good to bring awareness to physical media. So how are we gonna rank these, right? I'm talking about ranking cinema here. I'm talking about ranking movies, ranking stories. Are we gonna do something like this? I don't think so. I don't think this is the right move. Are we going to put Gone Girl at the end? No. We're going to put it at the beginning. I think Gone Girl is definitely the number one. And then I think we're going to follow that up with a little bit of Finding Neverland. Finding Neverland's a sad story. I'm talking about people be crying when you're watching it. But yeah, this is the ranking I'm going to go with right here. I'm talking about Gone Girl at number one, Finding Neverland at number two. You might think, hey, Derek, Hook is your favorite movie of all time. Why isn't Finding Neverland number one? And it's because while I do like the story of Peter Pan, it's not like all Peter Pan things are my favorite. It's the movie Hook. That's my favorite. You know what? Let's do a thing right now. There we go. There we go. So, we're going to go ahead and put Finding Neverland at number two, but just know if it was Hook, it'd be number one. No matter what it was against. No matter what it was against, it'd be number one. So we're going to go ahead with that Gone Girl number one, follow it up with a little bit of Finding Neverland, and then we're going to go with a Thumbsucker at the end there, with that indie feel, that indie vibes, with those big old stars in that indie film. All right, Gone Girl, then Finding Neverland, and then Thumbsucker. But my question to you is, have you seen these films? These three right here that we just held up, right here. And if you've seen all three, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.